Hey, what's good, family? This is Ryan Jackson from Ryan Jackson LLC. Got a little tongue tied there. Please forgive me. Hope y'all are having a blessed and wonderful day. Hope you're doing well. It's a beautiful day outside out here in the Bay Area. So I hope those of us in the Bay Area, hope you're able to enjoy the sunshine out here. The temperatures are not as hot as it was a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. So thank Allah for that. Those of you in Florida, the Tampa Bay area, my prayers are with you all. I hope you get your power restored soon. Hope everything will work out. Allah will bestow His peace, blessings, and comfort um, for you all during this time. And, y'all are in my prayers. I know what it's like to go through a hurricane. I survived Hurricane Andrew back in 92, 32 years ago. And so it's no joke. It is not, it is Yeah, the aftermath is kind of worse than surviving a hurricane. The aftermath, like I said, you don't have any power, you don't have any water, you can't take it's horrible. It's horrible. I'll just say that. So y'all are in my prayers. Lord knows you're in my prayers. I hope everything will be restored soon. And for those of y'all who have lost loved ones in Hurricane Milton, my deepest, deepest, deepest condolences. I'm sorry for your loss. I just hope everything work out for y'all. And the likelihood that you're having one of those days, and we all do because we know in this life a little rain must fall. Always remember this: tough times don't last, tough people do. Keep your hope, trust, and faith in Allah, God, and He will see you through. I could definitely bear witness to that. Okay, getting into the topic for this video. So, the fall of America is upon us. I touched on in my last video. We're in these proxy wars um, in the Middle East, as well with Ukraine and Russia, which we've been involved in for 2.5 years now. We had these storms come, Hurricane Helene, and like right after Helene, Milton followed right behind her. Helene did damage in North Carolina, and parts of Florida, South Carolina, that area. Milton did its destruction in the Tampa, St. Pete, Sarasota area. God is not playing. God means business. We have got to wake up and recognize that He is not to be, He's not a play, He's not a toy. He means business. He means business. And there's a book I want to show y'all, and I'm gonna read some excerpts from it here in a few minutes, here in a few seconds. It's this book here, The Fall of America. Y'all see that? By the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Peace be upon him. May Allah be pleased with him. The Fall of America. I want you to see this book. And it's funny that Brother Steph mentions Elijah, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, because this book, I brought this book out for that. And his birthday was on the 7th, Monday of last week. His 127th birthday. The Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the messenger, Allah's messenger. So, like I said, like I was saying, the American dollar is weak. We're in these proxy wars. We don't have money to help citizens. FEMA is what Alejandro Mayorkas said, what, a week and a half ago after Helene, that there's no money for FEMA to take care of the survivors of these catastrophes. And we're not out of hurricane season. Hurricane season doesn't end for another month and a half. November 30th. It's crazy. We don't have any money in FEMA, according to Mayorkas, who's the head of Homeland Security and FEMA. Interesting. Interesting. We're not out of hurricane season. Inflation is at a record numbers. It's at record numbers. Economists, I touched on this on my last video. Economists have said that this disaster that Kamala Harris is proposing about capping the prices, it's going to lead to a recession. It's going to lead to what's going on in Venezuela. See how that's working out for them. They're coming over here illegally. A lot of Venezuelans. This is what economists have said on CNN. They said it on CNN out of their own mouths that if Kamala Harris enacts this disaster, it's going to lead to a recession. We have this migrant crisis. Black people in Chicago, LA, New York are dealing with a migrant crisis. They're giving homes, money, jobs over citizens. You have people who have risked their lives in wars for this nation, veterans, men and women who are homeless, who are on the street. But you want to give an illegal migrant benefits over your own citizens? The fall of America is upon us. I mentioned the economy, the migrant crisis, these proxy wars, hurricane after hurricane. All of this has been revealed in the Holy Bible and in the Quran. I'll hold that up for you. This book here, the Holy Quran, has been revealed. The fall of America has been revealed. The fall of nations has been revealed in the Holy Quran. Y'all see this book? This holy book? It's been revealed. It was revealed in the fall of America. This fall of America was written in 1965. Excuse me, 1973. Message to the Black Man was written in 1965. This book, The Fall of America, was written in 1973, 51 years ago. Before I go any further, hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down, hit the subscribe button so you get notifications when I do videos on here. Allah is not playing. And you ain't seen nothing yet. Helene and Milton was just the tip of the iceberg. This nation has involved itself in every election around the world, particularly third world nations. We have meddled in elections. We have invaded countries unjustly, started wars. I mentioned my last video about Afghanistan and Iraq. We have meddled in elections in Africa and in the Middle East. South America, Central America, Nicaragua, South America. We have meddled in elections. In his lecture on Sunday, Brother Student Minister Ishmael Muhammad said that America was, when she was established, she was doomed. America was doomed from the very beginning because America was established unjustly. America stole this land from the indigenous peoples of this land here. They're indigenous inhabitants. America was This land was stolen from the indigenous inhabitants. Yesterday was Indigenous Peoples Day. Yesterday was Indigenous Peoples Day. Used to be Columbus Day. I know in New York they still celebrate Columbus Day because there's a large Italian population in New York City. It's the largest in the nation, actually. And I believe in New York they still celebrate Columbus Day. I believe they do. I could be wrong, but I believe they do. But it's Indigenous Peoples Day. So, like I was saying, America was doomed from the very start, from the very beginning. White men who established this nation, the Pilgrims who came over here, the English settlers, they raped, they murdered, they maimed indigenous people, the indigenous inhabitants of this land. Our forefathers, many of our forefathers were kidnapped. Let me be clear on that. Were kidnapped from our homeland in Africa, in Mother Africa, brought here as slaves, brought here to become slaves. America was doomed from the very beginning, and it's just now coming to fruition. You had 400 years of just being wicked. 400 years of wickedness is coming to fruition. And like I said a few seconds ago, we ain't seen nothing yet. We haven't seen a thing yet. We have this election coming up. Was it 20 something days away from election night, election day? Kamala Harris, Donald Trump. Can any one of them save us? That was the topic for Brother Student Minister Ishmael Muhammad's lecture on Sunday, 2 days ago. I want to read you an excerpt from The Fall of America by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Peace be upon him. The black man shall be very serious and careful about his voting because 90% of the black votes cast are cast by ones who do not have the knowledge of what they are casting their vote for. I still say, as I have said for many years, vote for Allah, God, to be your ruler and come follow me. The black vote could be cast or not cast. The white citizens of the government are going to win and continue to rule anyway. There is much talk of this man and that man who shall the vote of the people put in the White House for the next 4 years. I'm sorry, there is much talk of this man and that man. Who shall the vote of the people put in the White House for the next 4 years? How much good have the two parties, Republican and Democrat, done for us for the last century in the way of freedom, justice, and equality? Regardless of what party wins, the die is always set against us, the black people in America. The black man of America has been privileged by the slave master's children for the last century to vote for whites for the offices to judge and rule. This freedom to vote has made the black man in America feel very dignified and proud of himself. He goes to the polls very happy to vote for a white ruler. Today, he is gradually changing to a desire to vote for his own kind for such offices of authority. We must remember that our vote is strong and powerful only when and where the white man can use it to get into office over his white opponent. That was excerpts from The Fall of America, this book here. See it? I suggest you get it. NOI.org. NOI.org. To order it there. Great read. We know Kamala Harris. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. I had to plug in my device. We know Kamala Harris is a woman of color, but she still is going to uphold white supremacy. I mentioned Barack Obama in my last video, former President Barack Obama. He may have been a black man or mixed, biracial, whatever you want to call it, but he still upheld white supremacy. And I mentioned how he did that in my last video. I'm not gonna repeat it on here, but I mentioned, just watch my last video. It's about an hour long, and I broke down how Obama upheld white supremacy, especially when it came to murdering um, foreign rulers and upholding white supremacy when it came to the murder of black men and women. Again, I mentioned in my last video. So it don't matter if it's a black politician, they're still beholden to white supremacy. They are bought and sold. They are Judases. They don't have our best interests at heart. Look at those Negroes in the NAACP. We know it's supposed to stand for the National Association of the Advancement of Colored People. But what it really stands for, Negroes always apologizing to Caucasian people. The Congressional Black Caucus, Caucasians backing, coloreds backing Caucasians. The CBC. Those Negroes are bought and paid for to protect white supremacy by any means. They are the gatekeepers, highly paid gatekeepers. A lot of them are millionaires. Millionaire gatekeepers for white supremacy is what they are. They don't have our best interests at heart. They have the best interests of the Jewish community, particularly the Zionists, the LGBTQ plus IA community, everybody else. They support abortion. They support illegal immigration. They support this war between Ukraine and Russia, particularly when it comes to Ukraine. They're for giving funding to the Ukrainians, those neo Nazis. They're for funding them. They're for funding Israel in their war against Hamas. They're for everybody. They're for cats and dogs and rats and roaches, everybody and everything but us. Am I right or am I absolutely right? The NAACP and the Congressional Black Caucus. When it comes to reparations, they turn a deaf ear. They don't want to hear it. Reparations? Oh, what's that? I don't hear you. But say something about Israel, Ukraine, the LGBTQ plus IA community, illegal immigration, abortion. Then all of a sudden their ears perk up and they hear you. Funny how that happens, right? The fall of America is upon us. Just pay attention to the weather. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has told us time and time again, watch the weather. Watch the weather. It isn't climate change. People want to say Well, it's this the man, with the pollution in the air, the ozone layer being depleted, and toxins in the atmosphere. Yeah, okay, but who controls the weather? Who could make a sunny day turn cloudy at the snap of a finger? Who could cause fire to fall out the sky and destroy any and everything? That ain't man-made. That's Allah. That's the power of God, not the power of man, not the power of us. Our knowledge and power can only go so far. It does not supersede the supreme being, the Almighty, the Creator. It does not supersede Him. So we gotta be cognizant of that. We have to be cognizant of that. Hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down. Hit the subscribe button so you get notifications whenever I do videos on here. But so Trump gets in office, he's going to protect white supremacy. Kamala Harris gets in office, same thing. She's married to a devil, so she's going to be beholden to his people, and she practiced devilish works. She upheld white supremacy by locking up thousands of black men and women when she was the DA in San Francisco County and the Attorney General out here in California. I went through that in my last video. I broke that down too. So it's going to be business as usual, no matter who is in the White House. What I will say about Trump is that he's not beholden to the global elitists. He's not like the global elitists. That's why they don't want him in office. That's why they tried to kill him twice. He's not beholden to them, but let's be clear, he's still going to protect white supremacy because he's still beholden to Israel, beholden to Vladimir Putin. So we got to be clear on these things. It's not no matter what did they say in Aliens? Alien versus Predator. No matter who win, we lose. We gotta treat this election like that. No matter who win, we lose. So we gotta keep that in mind. And our people are so excited about going to the polls that they think it's going to change. They say the definition of insanity is doing something over and over and over and over again, expecting a different result each time. Well, we're the most if that's if by that definition, we're the most insane people in world history because black people keep going to the polls every 4 years, hoping for a different result each time. Every 4 years, hoping for a different result. 4 years ago, we voted for Biden. Did anything change? 4 years before that, Hillary Clinton. Trump won, but nothing was going to change if Hillary won. And she won a popular vote. 4 years before that, Obama. Did anything change? 4 years before that, we elected Obama. So 12 out of the last 16 years, the Democrats have won the White House. How has it benefited black people? One iota. 12 of the last 16 years, the Democrats have won the White House. How has it benefited black people? Name me one thing where we benefited from the Democrats winning the White House. 12 of the last 16 years. I'll wait. Drop it in the comment. Those of you who are watching, drop it in the comment. I'll triple dog dare you. I'll quadruple dog dare you. Let me know. 12 of the last 16 years that the Dems have won the White House, how has it benefited black people? It hasn't. Not saying the 4 years that the Republicans had the White House, it benefited us. But since we wholeheartedly, staunchly, and ardently vote for the Dems, we have been for the past 90 plus years. I broke that down in my last video too, being that we support the Dems. They tell us to vote blue no matter who, take your souls to the polls, being that we vote for them. What is it, 90 something percent? What have they done for us? What have they done for us lately? Never mind the past 90 plus years, but what have they done for us lately? Like my sister Janet Jackson say, what have you done for me lately? What have you done for us lately, Democratic Party? So I understand that, we're so happy to get out to the polls. We're doing our civic duty. And yes, it is your civic duty. But like Dr. Claude Anderson said decades ago, know what you're voting for. Don't give your vote away blindly. Demand something for your vote. Y'all want something from us, we want something from you. Politics is quid pro quo, something for something. Quid pro quo, reciprocity, something for something. That's the name of politics. Every every community gets that but us. And why is that? Every group gets that. The Asian community get it. The Jews get it. The Hispanic community get it. Hell, the LGBTQ plus IA community gets it. But us. Why is that? Makes no sense. Definition of insanity. Doing things over and over and over and over again and expecting a different result each time. Doesn't make any sense. Like my mom says, doesn't make any good nonsense. Shout out to my mom. Yesterday was her birthday. I know it was her birthday yesterday, not today. So, and I wished her, called her, wished her happy birthday on social media and on the phone, sung happy birthday to her. So shout out to my mom. Happy birthday. I love you very much. Like my mom says, it doesn't make good nonsense. Doesn't make good nonsense. And like I closed my last video out with, I have a family member that unfriended me on Facebook because I didn't agree with their political candidate. I mentioned some truths about their political candidate and about this current administration. And I mentioned the truth about Democrats of the past, Democratic candidates of the past. Well, I guess my family member didn't like it, and so they unfriended me. I have a right to my opinion. I have the right to state facts. If you can state facts, I can state facts as well. We can agree to disagree without being disagreeable. I'm cool with that. If you disagree, I am fine with that. We're not going to agree on everything, but it's the way you disagree. Then I had another family member a week and a half ago send me a text message about voting. That a no vote is a yes vote. for the other side. I said that's not true, and I disagreed with it respectfully. Well, I guess it didn't sit well with them. But again, I'm going to state facts. I have a right to my opinion, and I'm going to use facts, whether you disagree with it or not. The truth must be told. And Obama causing all this divisiveness, which he actually has hurt Kamala Harris' campaign. He didn't help it. He hurt it. He hurt it hard. He hurt it real bad. Something significant. He ducked it a blow because black men were already on the fence, and a lot of them were undecided. They were undecided on the fence about who to vote for, and a lot of them weren't going to vote for Kamala Harris anyway. Now you just made it easier for them not to vote for her. Congratulations, Obama. Way to go. Congratulations. Thank you for hurting um your homegirl's campaign. You thinking you advocating for her, but you did more harm than help. So thank you, Obama, for doing that. Because now you made the choice easier for black men. Now we're going to vote for the chick anyway. Now I'm going to either vote for Trump. So Trump is thanking you right now because you helped him. And you have to wonder, was this purposely done? Because, he didn't, when it was announced that she was running for president, he didn't endorse her from day one. He waited. He didn't endorse her until the Democratic convention. So, and I heard today, well, I read today in one of the Detroit papers, that Kamala Harris was doing a town hall meeting with Charlemagne the fraud. I mean, Charlemagne the God. A town hall meeting with Charlemagne the God in Detroit, my hometown, today. They use hip hop. Why don't they have town hall meetings with Dr. Claude Anderson, with Dr. Boyce Watkins, with Dr. Julianne Malvo, with Dr. George C. Frazier, with black minds, black intellects, or the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, brothers and sisters in the Nation of Islam. They know the pulse of the black community better than anyone. The nation, they're out there in those streets. I've been out there with them. I've been soldiering with the brothers in the FOI. They have the pulse of the community. They have their ear to the ground. They see what others don't see. Have a town hall meeting with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, Brother Dr. Wesley Muhammad, Brother Student Minister Ishmael Muhammad, the sisters in the nation. They don't want to do that. They want to dole out some buffoonish clown on a hip hop show, The Breakfast Club, Charlemagne the fraud. I mean the God, whatever. They want to dole him out there. They don't want black intellects, but you want a black buffoon, a black clown. The fall of America is upon us. Watch the weather, brothers and sisters. Watch the weather. That's a good place for me to land my plane. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. Y'all stay safe out here. Brothers and sisters, beware and be aware. Whether you're going to work, coming home from work, dropping your children off at school, picking them up, running errands, whatever the case may be, beware and be aware. Satan comes to kill, steal, and destroy now more than ever before. And watch the weather. The fall of America is upon us. Please continue to support my podcast and my YouTube channel. I say my podcast. I haven't been doing my podcast because I don't get much viewership on those. So I've been doing these videos over the past year or so. I know y'all been paying attention to that, but I'm gonna start doing podcasts now where y'all can see me and I can do interviews. So I'm lining that up. Just bear with your brother. Be patient with him, and please continue to support your brother. Please continue to support him. I need y'all love and support. So I have that coming. I'm just, just bear with me. I've been busy these last couple of months. So just bear with me. But continue to rock with me on this YouTube channel. Hit that thumbs up button, smash it down, and hit the subscribe button so you get notifications whenever I do videos on here. I will appreciate it. What else? I love y'all immensely. I love y'all. I really do. Thank you for your support. And we just have to pay attention and just watch this weather. I'm not telling people who to vote for. I want to be clear on that. I'm not telling you to vote for Kamala Harris. I'm not telling you to vote for Donald Trump. If you want to vote for Harris, vote for her. If you want to vote for Trump, vote for him. If you don't want to vote for neither one of them, want to write in a candidate or vote for like Dr. Jill Stein or Dr. Cornel West or whomever, you have that right to do that as well. And you also have the right to sit on the couch and watch this shit show unfold, which is what I'm going to do. You have that right. You have options. I keep saying that on here. You have options. Do not let anyone tell you that you do not have options. Do not allow them to tell you that. They do not have that right. Because when it's all said and done, they're not going to look out for you. They're not going to look out for your family. They're not going to put food on your table, clothes on your back, gas in your car, pay your rent, pay your bills. None of that. Only you can do that. So you do what's best for you first. Do what's best for you when it comes to voting, that is. We know we do what's best for God first, then your family, then you. But when it comes to voting, do what's best for you. Because when it's all said and done, they're not going to look out for you. They're only looking out for their self-interest, both Trump and Harris. Because if you lose your job, can't feed your family, can't pay your bills, can't pay your rent, can't pay your car note, lose your job, whatever the case may be, are they going to write you a check to get you by? No, they're not. They're not going to pay you no mind. Again, you have that civic right to vote, but you have options as well. If you don't want to vote, if you do not want to vote and want to sit on the couch, you have that right. Keep that in mind. I love y'all. Y'all have a blessed, wonderful day. Y'all take care. Also, let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable, even on topics such as this, especially on topics such as this. In our disagreements, let's use logic, facts, and respect, not emotion and disrespect. Don't do that. Please don't do that. But in the event, take care. I love y'all. Have a blessed day. I'm out. Assalamu alaikum.